As we gaze up into the nighttime sky, we might mistake a bright object for a star, when in fact it is a planet much like the Earth. There are 8 planets in the solar system, of which 2 are closer to the Sun than the Earth. All of these planets move in symmetrical paths around the Sun called orbits. The closest planet to the Sun is called Mercury, the smallest of the planets, roughly 1/3 Earth's diameter. Mercury takes about 59 days to rotate once on its axis, and since it is only about 58 million kilometers from the Sun, its surface is exposed to the extreme heat of the Sun. If lead were to be found on the surface of Mercury, it would be in a molten state on the planet's sunward side. Because Mercury is airless like the Moon, meteors can freely shred the planet's surface, leaving scores of craters on this planet's barren terrain. Mercury experiences extremes in temperature, with the sunward side of the planet reaching 427 degrees Celsius and the night side of the planet plummeting to minus 173 degrees Celsius. From the surface of Mercury, the Sun would appear to be 2.5 times larger than is seen from the Earth.
Great is the Lord, and most worthy of praise. His greatness no one can fathom.
Traveling still farther from the Sun, we encounter the planet Venus. Venus is almost a twin planet to the Earth in size, and it was here that scientists long speculated that life might be found. After centuries of veiled mystery, the surface of the planet Venus has finally been revealed to us who live in this era of planetary exploration. The surface temperature of 482 degrees Celsius precludes the presence of any life forms and rules out the romantic possibilities once entertained of vast oceans or lush tropical forests. Rather than a human paradise, Venus has been revealed as a hellish vision of barrenness and sulfurous death. Venus has been observed to have cyclic rainfall. The only problem is that the rain is liquid sulfuric acid. Even huge volcanoes tower over the barren planet's terrain. The eternal clouds, composed of mainly poisonous sulfuric acid, gleam with the scattered cello light of a hidden sun. In the thick but clear atmosphere 100 times more dense than the Earth's at the planet's surface, a rocky vista stretches out before us. The surface of Venus, beset by tremendous atmospheric pressure and winds of over 320 kilometers per hour, along with the incredible heat, cannot be visited by men in person with current technology.
But God made the earth by His power. He founded the world by His wisdom and stretched out the heavens by His understanding.
Against the velvety blackness of the nighttime sky, Mars appears as a reddish-colored star, no different than any other. A planet of great mystery for hundreds of years, Mars has now been revealed to us through splendid photographs taken by various spacecraft and robotic explorers. A planet somewhat smaller than the Earth in size, having 2 tiny moons called Deimos and Phobos, Mars has long stimulated man's vivid imagination with its fiery red color. Mars, 4th planet from the Sun, is commonly referred to as the Red Planet. Having a diameter of about 6,800 kilometers, Mars is a little more than half the size of the Earth. Temperatures on this alien world average about minus 63 degrees Celsius, with the highest temperatures reaching about 20 degrees Celsius. The surface gravity on Mars is only about 38% that of the Earth's, so on Mars you would weigh a little over 1/3 of what you weigh on the Earth. Olympus Mons is the tallest known volcano and mountain in the solar system. This volcano is 3 times higher than Mount Everest, towering to a height of 27 kilometers above the planet's surface. It is 550 kilometers in width and is flanked by steep cliffs. The volcano's caldera or vent is 85 kilometers long and 60 kilometers wide. Although Mars has many characteristics that are similar to the Earth, it is also quite different in other ways. From an orbital eagle-eye perspective, the Viking orbiter zeroed in on many fascinating Martian landscapes. It is a cold, windswept world with such a thin atmosphere that meteors often reach the planet's surface, leaving many craters across this world's barren terrain. Dense, billowing sandstorms of dust and debris can furiously sweep across the Martian terrain at velocities of up to 450 kilometers per hour. These dust storms may envelop the entire planet, dramatically altering the surface features. The Valles Marineris Canyon system of Mars stretches over 3,000 kilometers and may reach depths at some locations of over 8 kilometers. It appears as a huge gouge across the red planet. By comparison, the Earth's Grand Canyon is less than 800 kilometers long and 2 kilometers deep. Mars has seasons much like on Earth, except much colder. Furthermore, Mars has polar ice caps. At the North Pole, seasonal coverings of carbon dioxide ice lay on top of a small region of water ice. Mars, a formidable world of tremendous extremes, offers little chance of maintaining any form of life, even though aside from the Earth, it is the most likely candidate for supporting life in the solar system.